We have all heard of the third eye, the mystical symbol found in spiritual traditions worldwide. It's often described as a gateway to higher consciousness, a lens through which we see beyond the physical, tapping into a realm of intuition, insight, and inner wisdom. But what if we reimagined this third eye as something more? What if instead of merely seeing, this eye could also speak? What if this eye wasn't just a passive observer but an active participant in the world? A mouth that not only consumed knowledge but also expressed it, a voice that could shape reality itself. In today's exploration, we are diving into this very idea, a new vision where perception and expression are intertwined, where the act of seeing and the power of speaking are one and the same. Chapter 1, the traditional third eye. Let's start with the basics. The third eye, as we know it, found in Hinduism, Buddhism, and other spiritual traditions. The third eye is typically associated with the sixth chakra. Located in the center of the forehead, it's said to provide perception beyond ordinary sight, allowing us to access deeper truths, inner visions, and spiritual insights. In many cultures, the third eye represents enlightenment, the awakening of the mind to a higher state of consciousness. It's about seeing the unseen, understanding the hidden truths of the universe. But traditionally, this eye remains just that, means of seeing, not speaking. But what if we challenge this tradition? What if the third eye wasn't just a passive window into the soul, but a mouth? A gateway not only for seeing, but for communicating, for expressing, for interacting with the world in a profoundly different way. Chapter 2, the mouth as a symbol. Now let's think about the mouth. In our everyday lives, the mouth is more than just a physical feature. It's a symbol of communication, of expression, of nourishment. Through our mouths, we consume food that fuels our bodies, and we speak words that convey our thoughts. Our emotions are very essence. The mouth is our primary tool for interacting with the world around us, shaping our relationships, our societies, our histories. Through speech, we not only describe reality, we shape it. Words have power, they can create, destroy, inspire, or devastate. But what happens when we combine the symbolic power of the mouth with the profound insight of the third eye? By merging these symbols, we enter uncharted territory. This third eye mouth entity isn't just a seer of truth, it's a speaker of it. It doesn't just passively observe, it actively engages with, consumes, and expresses the world around it. This idea opens up a new way of thinking about perception, communication, and the very nature of your reality. Chapter 3, Reimagining the Third Eye. Imagine a being, a character, perhaps, whose third eye is not just an organ of vision, but a mouth. This character doesn't just see the world's truth, they speak them into existence. They consume knowledge in a way that grants them power, wisdom, and perhaps even a kind of omnipotence. But with this power comes a price. Such a character could be both blessed and cursed. On one hand, they possess a deep, almost supernatural ability to understand and articulate the world's complexities. On the other, they might struggle with the overwhelming burden of their insight. How do you balance the power to see and speak truth when the world around you isn't ready to hear it? How do you navigate a society that may fear or reject the very truths you embody? This concept could lead to rich storytelling, exploring themes of power, responsibility, and the delicate balance between knowledge and expression. Is it better to see the truth and stay silent, or to speak it and risk everything? Chapter 4, The Power of Words and Perception. Let's take a moment to reflect on the power of words. Throughout history, we have seen how words can change the world. Think of the great speeches, the declarations of independence, the manifestos, and the proclamations that have shaped our societies. Words have toppled empires, sparked revolution, and inspired movements. But words are more than just tools for change. They are a reflection of our perceptions. The way we describe the world influences the way we see it. Language shapes thought, and thought shapes reality. If we reimagine the third eye as a mouth, we are not just talking about a new way of seeing, we are talking about a new way of being. This concept invites us to the question, how do we use our words? How do we shape our reality through the things we choose to say or not say? And what happens when our ability to see and speak the truth is heightened to an unimaginable level? Chapter 5, The Third Eye Mouth in Modern Context. In modern times, the idea of the third eye has often been relegated to the realm of spirituality or dismissed as pseudoscience. But what if we brought this concept into the contemporary world, reimagining it through the lens of technology, communication, and the digital age? Today we live in a world where everyone has a platform, where the ability to see and speak truth is at our fingertips. Social media, blogs, podcasts, video essays, all these tools give us the power to express ourselves in ways that were unimaginable just a few decades ago. In a sense, we all have a third eye that speaks, a digital mouth that projects our thoughts and perceptions to the world. But with this power comes responsibility. Just as our character must navigate the consequences of their unique ability, so too must we consider the impact of our words. In a world flooded with information where everyone can speak but few take the time to truly see, how do we ensure that our words are not just noise, but a true reflection of insight and wisdom? Chapter 6, The Future of Perception and Communication. As we move forward into an increasingly interconnected world, the boundaries between perception and expression continue to blur. Augmented reality, virtual reality, and other emerging technologies are reshaping the way we interact with the world around us. What we see and how we express it are becoming more intertwined than ever before. The concept of the third eye mouth might not be so far-fetched. Imagine a time when our thoughts and perceptions can be directly communicated, where seeing something automatically means sharing it, where our insights are projected into the world in real time. What kind of society would that create? What new forms of communication, understanding, and conflict may arise? These questions invite us to think deeply about the future of communication and the role that perception plays in it. As we continue to blur the lines between seeing and speaking, we must ask ourselves, how do we ensure that our words and the insights behind them are used wisely? The third eye that speaks is more than just a reimagined symbol. It's a new vision for understanding the relationship between perception and expression. It challenges us to think about how we see the world and how we communicate that vision to others. It reminds us that with great insight comes great responsibility and that the power of words is something that should never be taken lightly.